So
All right, we got
is the camera
semifinals.
like straight up?
No, that's the thing. It's sideways. The camera's sideways.
Oh, it's so weird.
But it's showing, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's driving me nuts.
It's all good. It's just there to film.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Hey,
Does this have two ports or just the one?
Two. That's two.
Oh, does it have two?
Yeah.
We're commentating
Oh,
on two cameras at once here.
One's for YouTube later. You know, go to follow us, subscribe, Utah Roundnet on the tube.
All right. Here we. Oh, do we start the GoPro? Yeah.
I think it's already started, yeah. All right, we're at 0-0. Ryan Fitzgerald up to start and Preston to receive. Let's see what he hits him with. 0-0 starts, goes with the right hand, trying to, actually a little bit of a jam, but it was cut. And a good hand by Ryan Fitzgerald. Nice.
Chandler and Jarratt to observe.
Yep, Chandler and Jarratt observing. Ryder, I don't know Ryder's last name, but gets just enough of a back lip there on that cut, so it wasn't clean. So we got Clark Marshall to receive 1-0. Ryder goes for what looked to be like a reverse cut, but it hit the front rim there.
Ryder's reverse cut has been carrying through teams all day.
Clark Marshall 1-1 goes for a drop. Ryder gets it, and a nice little backhand push by Preston. Yep. We're good.
Is this semifinals?
This is semis, yeah. Yeah. Ooh, Preston to serve. Gets Ryan to jump on that. Score is 2-1, second serve. 2-1, second serve. Preston. Got a little rotation here. We got a lot of wind. You can see in the background, big old spider thing. 2-2, Ryan Fitzgerald up to serve. Nice little toss, catches the back pocket there. This, I don't know the speed of these winds, folks, but they are horrendous right now. We're getting some gnarly gusts, which makes your toss really, really hard. Nice set, good serve receive by Preston, even on that coming towards his face. And a nice set by Ryder there. Finish it out. We're back. Ryder to serve 3-2. Clark to receive. Clark received, and Fitzy puts a nice ball up in the air. Just a tough set on that to the finish. But that was a good touch. That was a really good touch by Fitzy. It's a cut right under Fitzy's right hand there.
Jarratt.
Yep, had a back lip there. Came right up to Clark's face and misses the net. That's actually -2 points. Just kidding, that's not a rule for all those new people watching. You're not actually -2 points if you miss the net. Clark to serve. It's 3-3, decided to not play that one. Caught the front rim. When I catch that front rim, it often drops really low and catches the back pocket there. So when it's abnormally low, not only are you going to hear the sound, if it's really close, it's an interesting sound. And Ryan Fitzgerald thinks that one was high. Preston asks Ryder, confirms high. Score 4-3, second serve. Preston goes for a right step out, catches the front rim. 5, Ryan Fitzgerald, 5-4, up to serve. First serve, Ryan likes to step a little back and then step into that 6-foot line. Goes for a righty serve, catches just the front rim there, ball in the court, and nice serve, hits that front pocket, and a nice serve receive into himself on that finish by Preston, looking for an open area and just didn't lift that right leg, caught him right in the shin there on a little kind of wrist flick into himself. Ryan Fitzgerald serving 5-6 and misses the net. Ryan, 5-6, second serve. Lines up. Wow. Catches that front pocket. Just has enough of that back, almost spinning clockwise from the server's position, and catches that front pocket, dropping it right over the front of the rim. Nice serve receive, and they're gonna call it a good. It was just a roll up, but it looked a little close, but just a roll up. Ryder to serve, steps out right and catches the front rim, going for another reverse cut. You can see a little bit. I mean, you'll probably have to slow this down if you watch a recorded version, but ooh, just reversed enough into Clark's left hand to shoot behind his partner Ryan Fitzgerald. Ryder up to serve again. On the court. 8-6, Ryder to serve. Goes for a reverse cut and it jumps right to Fitzy's left hand. 9-6, Ryder up to serve. Hits a leg. Ryder serving 9-6, second serve. Steps out right. Puts it kind of to Clark's left hand, and he just balloon blasts that out of the park. That is a really hard hit. He even caught a little bit of that front pocket there, but still launched super up. And distance 7-9. Clark to serve. Clark puts it on, catches a little back pocket there, is what's called by Preston Ryder. 7-9, second serve, steps to the right. And has it really short, takes a little speed off opening to catch him, and Ryder just puts that one in between Fitzy and Clark to finish. We had a little hat come off for Clark Marshall. His back score is 10-9. 10-9, that was my bad, 10-7. And a good finish, just catching a few of those squares on a hard pull by Ryan Fitzgerald.
Sorry.
Fitzgerald up to serve, 8-10. 8-10. Steps back, steps in with the left, catches just that back pocket there, trying to get quite a bit. 8-10. Ooh, nice little receive there and a push. So a nice receive, 1, and 2 is the set, and just a little push from Preston. It stays really nice and low. 9-10, Ryder to serve. It's actually 11-9. 11-8, sorry. 11-8, catches a rim, and Clark decides not to play that one. Gets a good hand on it, even at catching the front rim. And goes for a reverse, catches his left, and then Clark tries to put away and just tries a behind the back kind of flick shot there for Preston, but just couldn't put it back on. But that was a good defensive position by Preston, just yelling, put that up. Score is 9-11. 9-11. You can see how loose Clark hits that ball, and a good defensive position by Fitzy, and tries to put it up and put it back on, but just couldn't. That was some good defensive ups by both teams. Maybe not the best finish by Preston on that for Fitzy to get it on the short, but also good defensive positioning. Clark goes for the first serve. 10-12 is the score, in case you were wondering, folks. 10-12, second serve. Clark up again, keeps it real loose, and goes with the drop and got him. Got Preston on the drop, just couldn't quite get there. Got his hand on the ball, but the ball had already hit the ground. Scores 11-11, Clark Marshall up. See, steps out, step inward. A little step in, trying to hit the right side of the net, catch it towards the receiver's left hand. Ryder hands on the knees, prepping, and catches a back rim. Preston to serve, 12-11. 12-11. Preston steps out to the right, kind of gives a little fake right, went for a reverse, catching the right side of that net. Right side of the net. He's a dangerous server. He hits really hard, keeps a nice flick of the wrist, catches just the left side of the pocket from the server, right side from the receiver if you're looking at the net. Catches a little pocket. 12-12, Ryan Fitzgerald to start, lines up right at the 6-foot line. Gonna probably go for a right hand.
Right here.
Right hand, he hits hard, not necessarily a crazy cut on there, just goes for, ooh, wow. That was unfortunate for Clark. Catches just enough of that front rim. It was so close to the pocket, but that was a good defensive up by Fitzgerald and Clark Marshall there.
What's the score here?
13-12. 13-12. Ryder starting with serve, steps out to the right, goes for a reverse cut, but catches the front rim, goes to Clark's left hand. Let's see what he does here. Going for a reverse cut, but catches a front rim, just the inside of the front rim. That's why it dives down so low there. Clark Marshall to serve. 13-13. Clark steps out, misses, just catches the back of the net there a little bit. Keeps real loose. Let's see how much speed he decides to put on that one. Puts a little bit of speed on, trying to catch that front pocket. Catches the front rim, unfortunately. Preston to serve. 14-13. 14-13. Preston fakes left, goes right, catches the front rim. Jarratt Rouse serving. And comes right to the face of Ryan Fitzgerald. Puts a nice little, not a full pull, but a little bit of pull. Stays really low. And Preston and Ryder did not move a ton for that. And Clark set him away from the defense there. Kind of does a little bit of a fake step there for Ryan Fitzgerald. Score is, I believe, 14. 14. Hits straight down. Nice little eat and a good defensive up by Clark with his chest and puts on a left, catches back pocket. Preston tries to put it back on, gets another up. Oh, Fitzgerald is there to put that up. Clark went to lay out and get that, just quite couldn't convert there. That was an impressive defensive play by both teams. Clark going for a finish there, caught a little bit of the back pocket and just rolled right into Preston's thing. Sorry, that thing doesn't make any sense. Ryder up to serve. 15-14. Ryder serve, big wind gust, a little bit tough. Comes Clark's left hand, eats it up, and then he just puts a left on right underneath Ryder. He could see that Preston was rotating around to try and get there. Ryder trying to funnel it, but Preston didn't quite see that quick enough. Clark to serve. 15-15. And Mrs. Net puts a lot of speed on that one. Sands does a step in, goes for a jam, but catches the ground. 16-15, Preston to serve. Let's see what Preston does here. Does a little step back, comes to Fitzy's left hand, and just a really low set by Clark. Unfortunately, caught the fingertips, so it had a little bit of that top spin on there and stayed really low, so not quite the bump that Fitzy wanted. Couldn't convert on that. And too high on that. 17-15. Preston serving to Clark Marshall. Clark Marshall setting up to receive. Ball coming in. 17-15. Fakes right, fakes left, goes right, goes for a right hand drop. Couldn't put it on. Fitzy to serve. 16-17. 16-17, folks. Fitzy to serve, lines right up on the line. Goes for a drop. Fakes as that back leg comes forward, goes for a drop, catches the ground, lines up the same, hits straight on, comes right to that right shoulder of Ryder, and Fitzy goes to block that, but in a way that he knew where Clark was, but just couldn't quite get air on that ball. Kind of got stuck to the hand there. Ryder serving 18-16. Bad play, almost foot up there. 18-16, second serve Ryder. Ryder steps out with the right hand, tries to go for a reverse cut, and misses the net. Again, folks, the wind is a little bit tough here. When you toss high, that ball is going to move. We got a wind heading from the south towards the north. Clark gets up, catches the back pocket there. Going to Preston's right hand, lines up again. Gets another back pocket, almost the exact same play. You can see how cool, calm, and collected that Clark Marshall is, and the way that he plays, it's not, he doesn't seem tense at all. Almost plays that off of the body, but didn't. 19, 17. Goes with the left hand, catches the back pocket by Preston. Trying to get an ace there on Clark Marshall. Ryan Fitzgerald serving at 18-19. Serving to Ryder. We'll see what kind of move he does here. Ooh, in the background, you just missed that. There's a nice little play there by Jordan Caradonna and Jacob Payer. Whoa, it almost looked like they weren't ready for that serve. That was 18-19. 18-19, so now it's point 18. Point 8. Point 8. Ryder calls .7, resets at .8, steps out right, goes for a cut, catches that back lip, catches the back lip, .8, goes for a left, and actually gets a left, and Clark gets it up in the air. That was an impressive left hand to catch Fitzgerald a little bit off. Clark almost gets that back on the net. And unfortunate, that was 21-18, folks. That was Ryder and Preston taking that against Clark Marshall and Ryan Fitzgerald.
Zeros?
All right, folks, we got zeros. To start our serve, we're going to have Ryder start a serve at 0, serving to Ryan Fitzgerald. Ryan sitting there trying to guard the left, keeping that left hand out because of that reverse cut, how quickly it comes and how hard it's to read. Because he lines up and swings nearly exactly the same, it starts to become a little bit imperceivable. But they're, you're going to try to adjust patterns, and it looks like Ryder goes for a cut, misses. Clark Marshall serving 1-0, folks. 1-0 Clark Marshall lines up, such big hands, a little loose on the wrist, catches the back pocket, going for a cut serve there. Clark lines up again, steps out right, tries to go for a drop, catches a lobster trap. For those new players that are not aware, lobster trap is when the ball goes under the net. Preston serving 1-1. Goes left and actually just puts that on real quick left. Nice cut, hits the perfect spot, stays nice and low. Good serve by Preston. 2, serving 1, right, going for a right hand cut, misses. Catches the lobster trap. Serving 2-1, second. Goes, fakes left, fakes right, hits front rim. Trying to catch Ryan Fitzgerald on the heels. Ryan to serve back at 2-2. 2 serving 2, going for what is known, if you watch the How to Roundnet videos, a power stance. Hits right, catches a little bit more of a cut on that, and goes for a tweener. Preston goes for a tweener and gets an up by Ryan Fitzgerald. And nice point. Wind moved that set. That's why Preston went into a tweener. 3-2. Ryan Fitzgerald goes for a drop. Looks like he caught that front pocket perfectly right in front of the rim, and then just drops right over the back end of that rim. 4-2. Ryan Fitzgerald to serve. Fakes a backhand. Catches right to Preston's right hand, and Ryder puts that on 2. Ryder finishing with a left hand because of the nice serve receive. Ryder lines up, serves, catches the front rim there.
I don't know how to do it.
Try and catch you guys up, keep you real-time comments here. Lines up, serves right, gets a right cut. Nice serve received by Clark Marshall, and a set and a push shot there by Clark Marshall coming to Ryder's left hand. It's a real good play, good set by Ryan Fitzgerald. Clark Marshall lines up, hits, comes deep, but they're thinking it's a little bit of a lip there to Ryder's right hand. But they might go to observers here, have a little bit of an argument. Went to observers. Chandler thinks it was a clean, no lip. Okay, now folks, we got the wind actually heading from the east towards the west. Clark goes up to serve, gets a drop, and Ryder goes on 2, catches a little bit of a roll up. Those are so hard to set for those. We're rotating, serving 4-6 to Clark. It's a pocket on Clark Marshall. Serve right by Preston steps right, goes for another right-hand serve, and kind of flicks it but misses the net. Winds are probably 12 miles an hour. Wow! Just a swinging backhand comes to Ryder's left. Looks like Ryder just has a little bit of tension in the right leg, maybe the right hip flexor on that, trying to react. Gonna try and reset. That could cause some problems to Ryder in the future. Just couldn't recover that one. Serving 8. I believe we're serving 8-5 or 8-4. 8-4. 8-4 second serve. Going for a drop, trying to catch Preston, and misses. Clark gets a great up. Ryan tries to send it back, puts it on with the left, but catches a rim right to Preston. Yep, you can see Ryder's having a little bit of tension in that right hip flexor perhaps. This could cause problems not only during the game, but during his serve here. Let's see if it causes issues. Catches the front rim. Goes for a reverse cut. Goes for a nice cut. Ryan Fitzgerald goes on 2 with a backhand. Ryder was there, excuse me.
Ryan Ryder.
Ryan Ryder. Got a lot of RYs here. 9-5. Marshall catches the front rim on that serve. 9-5 second serve comes to Ryder's hand, gets it up. Clark comes to a pocket. Clark gets that, and then Fitzgerald right to a backhand push, or maybe a little backhand flick, we'll say. Maybe not necessarily a backhand push. Goes for a right cut. 10-5 serving to Preston. Clark, Marshall, and Fitzy are up by 5. Goes for a drop, hits the ground. 6 serving 10. 6-10. Goes for left, gets a really nice left hand on Clark. And goes for a right hand, maybe a reverse there, but didn't put it on. And missed again, hitting the right rim. Thanks, dude. Sorry. I am back, folks. 8-11 Ryder to serve, goes for a reverse cut. Like I said, this right leg hip flexor could cause some issues for Ryder. See as he tries to stretch that out, something's not right for him. That's unfortunate. We don't like injuries at all, but that's what we have going on. 12-8. Marshall, big step out, trying to get him there. Clark Marshall again serving 12-8 to Ryder. Comes underneath the net, just a lobster trap there. Lobster trap under the net. 9 serving 9-12. Big step out by Preston, goes for a right hand cut, kind of loses balance falling there. Again, now we got the wind kind of at a mixture, heading from the south towards the north as well as east to west. Preston goes for kind of a jam on Ryan, but doesn't get it. 13-9. Doing a step in position with his left, and they're going to play that, even though his pocket not playing that, decided not to. Folks, we just had a canopy casualty. Yeah. Ooh, nice front pocket. That was a really good receive by Preston, but then wraps around to a left-hand pull. Just a beautiful serve receive by Preston to Ryder on the set. Ryder sets. Wow. Got a nice right cut on Clark Marshall. 11-13, I believe. Gets a reverse cut on, but Fitzgerald eats that up. Clark sets him, and then to a right-hand pull from Fitzgerald. We got a few spectators here today.
Just a few.
Clark Marshall serving 14. Serving 14 something.
We need air.
Ooh, goes for a drop. That was a really good drop by Clark Marshall, catching in that front pocket. It's a little weird. Just get it out. Get it out. Ooh, Clark, nice right hand cut and a push shot by Ryder. Good set by Preston Bies. Preston steps out right, goes for a deep cut, catches a deep cut to Ryan Fitzgerald's right hand. 13-15. Tries to cut there on Clark. Clark puts it up. Clark steps right, jumps left, trying to get the fake. Clark eats that one up and goes for a tweener right over Ryder's head there. You can see that Fitzy kind of set him on that, if you're looking at the camera, on the left side there, or the top of the net, and he just put that right in between his legs. Fitzgerald, 6-3, comes to Ryder's hand, perfect set, and goes with a nice pull. Fitzgerald trying to funnel that to Clark Marshall. Clark couldn't quite rotate into that. He was in the pull spot, but he just pushed right in between. Ryder 14. Serving, catches the front rim. Serve catches another front rim right underneath, folks. We got Andrew Gasaway ducking under the camera. Clark Marshall setting up. Serves, tries to get almost what looked to be like a reverse cut, but a little bit of a just a jam there. Second serve by Clark, goes for a cut, catches just the right-hand side of the net. Wow. Catching a pocket there, even though it looked like a deep cut, there was a pocket there. Clark calls pocket. Goes for a drop with his left, and a push shot into Preston's knees by Clark Marshall there. It's getting cold out here. 18-15, Ryan Fitzgerald, the serve comes right to a jam on Ryder, and a good set by Preston, but kind of jammed up Ryder, so Ryder could not convert on that one. 9-5, Ryan goes to serve and comes to Preston's left hand, and Preston does a pull as Clark was in a little bit of a pull / push position, but some of these are just waiting for your feet to be set before they put the ball where you want. Goes for a reverse and catches a reverse there by Ryder, and it was kind of a reverse that came right to his jam spot. Ooh, we're challenging the last play there. Going to observers, seeing if it caught a little bit of a back lip. They said it was bad, so they're going to reverse that call coming back.
Newer serve.
17-19, yeah, Ryder, this is a new serve, so it's really hard to see. Yeah. But the way that it came off, apparently it came kind of to Clark's and point. Ooh, catches a front rim there. A little bit on the right side of the net if you're looking at it. Right side of the net. We also got rain coming. Goes for a drop. Catches a little too much. Ryder eats that one up. A little chilly. We got some rain that came back in, and that really makes it cold to Fitzy. Preston gets a nice jam to Ryan Fitzgerald. Ryan Fitzgerald just does a backhand flick to his right leg. And that is game, folks. That was, I believe, 21-18. I could. All right, 0-0. Ryder's serve. Ryder steps out. Serves, goes for a reverse cut. Comes to Clark's left hand, but not far left, just kind of almost a jam left near that left neck. Clark and Fitzy won the last one, yep. Ryder serving 1-0 to Fitzy and gets a pocket. Catches the back lip there, pocket. Goes for a left and also catches another pocket, so it was not clean on the left, though it was pretty deep. It was a nice deep serve. Serving 1-1, Ryan Fitzgerald lines up. Lines up, goes for a drop, gets a drop right on Ryder, and Ryder does a nice pull pass. They almost weren't able to recover that, but it looks like they were able to get that up. Serving 2-1, Preston serving to Clark Marshall, goes with a power stance and steps back to the left, going for a jam serve, but could not convert. Second serve, 2-1, steps back, fakes left, goes right, comes to the jam. Nice up and a nice pull by Clark Marshall. A perfect set by Ryan Fitzgerald right above the middle of the net. Serving 2-2, Clark Marshall up to serve. And they played that off the rim. Ryan Fitzgerald didn't call a hinder on Ryder there. It's super tough for those visual. You can't see the ball, but he didn't directly hinder the play.
We now have people driving onto the field to do semifinals.
Wow, nice up by Ryan Fitzgerald, and Clark just did not give him quite enough to finish that one. 4-2, Ryder to serve. Ryder goes for a reverse, but happens to catch the front rim. I wonder if that right leg's still bothering him. Maybe not. Steps out, fakes left, goes right, catches the front rim again. Looks like he was going directly for a cut serve.
And this is semis.
This is semis, folks. We still have a full series. Ooh, Ryan Fitzgerald goes for a backhand, and it's a nice little flip over the net. Clark gets it up and puts it back on the net. Nice serve receive there, and a pull from Preston. He had to do a little front flip over the net to put that on anyways. Clark puts that in the air, and Ryan Fitzgerald put that close enough to the net that Clark was able to put that on. That was a really impressive little point there, folks. Serve 5-3. Fitzgerald puts that up, goes with the pull, comes right to Ryder, and he puts it on, and then catches enough of a pocket that goes right over Ryan Fitzgerald's head.
That's just like oh no, there's actually there is.
Yeah, it looks like we're still centered on the net. Goes for a serve, but catches the left-hand part of the net, if you're looking at the net right now, into a pocket that had a cut on there. It came to Clark Marshall's right hand. Clark Marshall lines up again, goes to a jam, and jams it. Is that a reverse there?
Yeah.
Looks like Preston got a reverse on there. It came right to the jam spot. Hello, just waving to my friend Liza. Cut to Ryan Fitzgerald, set by Clark Marshall, goes for a tweener, but just could not put that back on the net, folks.
Been trying that reverse cut all weekend.
Preston lining up right, good. And Preston gets a cut right off the left-hand side of the net from the server point of view, and the right side of the net.
Oh, yeah, he did. I was just like,
When you're done,
fun.
put the woods on them so they don't get
And we have a timeout. 9-3 timeout by Clark, and Fitzgerald will resume here in about 30 seconds or so. It is cold.
It's chilly.
Yeah.
I just really want.
Just go put me on my back.
Go put me. Punch those sunglasses off your face.
Whoa, getting a little violent. Ooh, we're resuming, folks. Folks, it's fine. We're at 9-3, Preston to serve, step back and comes to the jam. I don't think that was a reverse cut. Fitzgerald is calling that, saying that it was bad. We're going to go to observers, saying maybe it hit the left side of the net, but they're calling that clean. Some people are shaking here, folks, including me, because of the coldness. Left-hand serve, second serve, 10-3, I believe. 10-3. Goes for a drop, and Clark pulls that up. Was that a chest or a shoulder set by Ryan Fitzgerald? That seemed a little strange. But a nice pull, I believe, by Clark Marshall to finish that out. Clark lines up, serving 4-10, I think. 4-10. 4-10. Clark lines up. Right now, they step back almost, maybe trying to get a lower hit off that net, but catches the front rim due to such. Lines up again, 4-10, second serve. Gets a cut right to Preston's right hand. Ooh, another cut comes to Ryder. Good, and a push into Clark's hand, but just he was trying to funnel that for Ryan Fitzgerald, going for a backhand pull there, but Ryder was smart and pushed that right into Clark Marshall. Ryder lines up, goes for a reverse cut, catches. Yeah, you folks know what happens.
Hey, of course the GoPro's off there.
Yeah. Did you just switch the ports or something? Into a different? Okay, well, whatever. I'll go back to standing here and staying warm. With Liza just keeping me warm on the left side. Fitzgerald goes up. This wind is a little bit tough. It's coming in probably 11, 12 miles an hour from the south and north. Ryan Fitzgerald catches front pocket, comes to Ryder's right hand, and a pull from his left hand, I believe, right past Clark Marshall's. 12-7, just squeeze it tight. 12-7, Preston's up to serve. The right serve catches a back pocket there, but the cut jump right into Clark Marshall. I don't even know if you're about to. Lines up right, kind of goes for a fake, hits the right side of the rim. Looks like we're at 8-12. Clark Marshall steps right, goes for a drop, catches almost, and goes for a tweener, but we're catching a rim, and it was a rim. Unfortunate for Preston trying to go in between. It was the right move as far as the area. They definitely weren't in that area, but caught the rim there, just trying to flick that behind. 10-12, or 9-12, sorry. 9-12, and just past Fitzy. Serve 13 comes as a reverse and a pull shot from Clark Marshall. Sorry, it's still like shaking.
I know. I have goosebumps.
Score. Oh, goes for a backhand, puts it on, but Preston beats that one out, catches the rim. Unfortunate for Ryder, and Preston just couldn't convert on that.
Jarratt.
Another timeout here. Yeah, one per team.
Oh, per team.
Yeah, so I think Clark and Fitz called the first timeout. But I think Preston and Ryder called the second.
Yeah, normally you say hi.
Don't like cold hands.
Yeah, I can.
Sorry, I don't know which one's warmer. Sorry, my hands are all like dirty.
Okay, but like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
On my white shirt.
Yep. All over.
God. Well,
Hey, that's
I had a
right,
couple.
that's right.
It's fine. Oh, and serves almost a jam. Ryder goes for a pull, a little flick right past Clark.
Jarratt.
14 serving 11 and comes right to the right hand. That was a step back cut to Clark Marshall. 5-1. First serve goes for a left hand, catches the left side of the net, if you would, from the serve. 5-1, second serve by Preston goes right. Marshall to Fitzy. Fitzy puts a backhand pull, catches maybe a little pocket, and popped it up a little higher. Ooh, goes for a drop. Yeah, Ryder catches that. Yep, and then to a left-hand pull by Ryder. It's getting quiet, folks, because we're getting down to the wire. That's why I'm not commentating as much. It's getting so tense. Getting so tense here. 6, 16, 16, 13. Goes for a reverse to Clark. Clark puts it right to Ryan Fitzgerald. Ryan Fitzgerald does a little backhand flick there. I believe it's 14-16. Nope. Oh, 13-16. It's the last one, 6-12.
You called it wrong.
I called it wrong, folks. Wouldn't be the first time I've been wrong.
Won't be the last.
Won't be the last. Ooh, Fitzgerald tries to go for a drop, and Preston does a nice little tweener flick there that time, not hitting the rim. It's like as I talk, I go like, goes for a back step jam, and Ryan Fitzgerald just pops that right over Ryder. So I can't say that.
What can you do?
Yeah. Clark Marshall to serve. Catches the front rim there. And another front rim. Basically the same serve twice in a row. 18-14. Ryder fakes left, goes right, comes to a right-hand cut, and a nice set by Ryan Fitzgerald. Unfortunately, Preston was running with that, but could not actually go for it due to the spectators, but there's wind, and so it's fine. So now we're actually at 15-18, Ryan Fitzgerald to serve. It's gonna actually step back for this, just trying to catch Preston off guard, maybe change up what he's doing. Unfortunately catches a lobster trap there on the step in. Relines up at 6 feet, trying to get it consistent on, maybe hopefully to catch him off on that jam, and Ryder goes on 2, just a little flick shot push, where it is so hard to return those 2s because the defense just does not have time to set. And Preston faked on that left, went right, and back to Ryan Fitzgerald, backhand. He's doing that a ton this game because that is really the best shot for him, as Preston and Ryder not set in those positions. Clark to serve, catches the front rim again. Let's see if he can recover from his last serving series. Ooh, unfortunate. 0.6. Tries to get a reverse cut. Clark Marshall does a pull and does a nice body up and just could not recover that. Ryan Fitzgerald was there in kind of a funnel and not a mirror position. Wow, good game. Thanks for keeping it on. And that's it, folks, for the GoPro. Do I just push a button?
Yeah.